The Last Resort is finally here. I know this recap is late. I'm sorry. I had a very hectic, busy week, but I'm here. Your queen potato is here. And now it's finally time to sit down and talk about season 2, episode 1 of The Last Resort. First, let's go over which couples are here. It's Rob and Sophie, Jasmine and Gino, Brandon and Julia, Ari and Benny, and Natalie and Josh. And here are my initial thoughts of all the couples. So Rob and Sophie and Jasmine and Gino, I mean, we all know they are train wrecks. However, we just saw them on the last season of Happily Ever After. Why do we need to see them already? Again, give us some time to miss you. But here we are. They have to come back, and I'm pretty sure it's because by now they're already divorced or separated, and they were on the brink, and this was literally their last resort. It was their very last chance to try to see if things would work before splitting up. Now, Brandon and Julia and Ari and Benny, I haven't kept up with them. I haven't been following them on social, so I don't really know what they've been up to. However, I just kind of assumed that everything was fine. Things were okay. Very boring. Why are they here? But after hearing about what their marital issues are, I'm interested. Now, Brandon and Julia are faced with a very common problem that a lot of couples are having these days. It's the issue on kids. Brandon wants to have kids. Julia, not so much anymore. And I feel like this is because it's a very, very real issue. I'm so interested in seeing how that plays out. Now, Ari and Benny. Whoa. Who knew that they would be the dumpster fire? It might be even worse than Jasmine and Gino. Worse than Sophie and Rob. I don't know. Am I speaking too soon? We'll find out. Natalie and Josh, I mean, why are they here? Like, literally, why are they here? They could not have been first choice. I feel like they're replacing a couple that didn't make it or something, because everybody and their mother knows that Natalie and Josh were never a real couple. They were just F-buddies.
Our relationship is in that spot where we like have two roads. One road is like move our relationship forward, and another road is like to end it.
Okay, the episode begins, and the very first thing I noticed is the budget increase. First of all, everybody looks fabulous in their interview scenes, you know, the ITM, the confessionals, whatever you want to call it, because usually on the 90-day shows, they don't look that great. Their makeup, their hair, the angle, the color grading, like they don't look the best. The lighting sucks. It's either really harsh or uneven. But in this show, they look fabulous. Fabulous. The lighting is amazing, incredible. Their makeup, their hair, the angles, everything is giving. Ooh, it is giving expensive. I see that they're still going with the White Lotus theme, the like that weird music uneasiness. The very first to arrive at the resort are Gino and Jasmine. They check into the hotel. They learn that breakfast is not free, so they have to pay for it. And I'm like, are you kidding? TLC is not paying for their meals. Please tell me this is a joke. Please tell me that is not true, because that would be insane. I don't think that's true. I think that was just for the bit. I refuse to believe that they have to pay for breakfast. Next couple to arrive are Natalie and Josh. They arrive separately, of course, because they're not together. And I cannot believe that she and Josh have been on and off for 3 years. That is way too long to be effing around. Once they see each other face to face, they're very friendly. So apparently this is going to be their last chance at seeing if Josh is ready to commit or not. We all know that's a bullshit storyline. We all know he's not. Okay, he never was. And with Natalie, I can't tell. Sometimes I really do feel like she does have the biggest crush on him, and she really does like him. And she really would, in her Delulu head, want to get married to him and have his kids and yada, yada, yada. But Josh is, he's just doing it for the paycheck. He's just doing it to be on TV.
We have a really good physical relationship. That's never been our problem.
In his interview, he talks about his son's accident. Right after they finished filming their last season, his son lost his leg and his son's friend passed away. And that is absolutely tragic. I remember hearing about this on the news, and very sad. And so apparently that's actually how they reconnected. She reached out and she really was there for him during his time of need. And apparently they got back in touch for a month now, which is giving, again, fake.
Natalie and I have been on for roughly about a month.
I feel like they were invited to be on the show like a month ago, and then they got back in touch and they started talking because they were going to be on the new season of The Last Resort. That's what I'm thinking.
Are you first-time guests of the resort?
I'm not. I've been here before, actually.
With who?
I stayed here by myself.
Anyway, what is your name?
My name's Sam.
We should get in contact.
Okay.
I guess he wants to visit again, you know, by himself.
The next couple, my absolute favorite of all the couples on this stupid retreat, Stacy and Florian. They're my Brittany and Justin. They're my Angelina and Brad. They walk in looking super stylish. I love Stacy's look head to toe. I love her bedazzled boots. Love, love, love. I would never wear them, but I just love it on her. And Florian, he has some nice, bright new teeth. We learned that recently Stacy got super sick and she had a kidney issue, you guys. She almost lost her kidney. And while she was sick, Florian was not home much. He was going out more, spending less time at home. Like, what the fork? That's awful. Get a divorce, Stacy. Get a divorce. He's already checked out. He doesn't even want to be there. Like, you can just tell.
I've never been so sick in my life. I really thought I'd have my husband by my side while I was sick and recovering, but it was like he was going out more and more, being more secretive, and we've been growing further apart ever since.
He wasn't even there for her when she was sick. Okay, and we all know by now, okay, I told you guys in one of my last videos, statistics say that men leave their wives or their girlfriends or their partners when they get sick or when they have cancer or terminal illness, blah, blah, blah.
I know that I cannot live the rest of my life, especially in my older years, to a man that's not gonna be there for me.
Next couple to arrive are Sophie and Rob, and they're by the pool. He's playing ass bongos on Sophie, and like he was rubbing her butt nonstop, and I'm just like, do we have to see this for 12 minutes? Why do we have to see Rob rubbing her ass for this long? And we're only like 7 minutes in, and every single couple so far that we've met are already bickering and fighting. Love that. Next are Brandon and Julia. Haven't seen them in so long. Didn't really think that we'd ever see them again, but not complaining.
Things have been rough lately. A lot of disagreements on big topics, and I'm hoping we can find some settlements.
Jasmine and Gino haven't slept in the same bed in 8 months, and that also means that they haven't had schmecks in 8 months. And they've been married for 12 months. It's not like they've been married for 20 years and they haven't had schmecks in the last 8 months. They've been married for 12 months and they haven't had schmecks in 8 months. Ari and Benny have been married for 2 years. And it honestly, I was kind of shocked that it was only 2 years. I feel like they've been married forever. Apparently things have been so bad that they've been separated and they haven't spoken in 4 months.
I mean, I want to believe that there's still hope for Benny and I, but things are just so bad right now.
Josh and Natalie are looking cozy. I think Natalie just naturally gets into girlfriend mode when she sees him because she's never gotten over him. I feel like he's the one guy that she can't get and that she can't get over until she's, no, that doesn't make sense because she has been under him. But you guys know what I mean, right? And I can't tell if Josh is attractive or not because sometimes I find him like attractive and I'm like, ooh, he's cute. But then at other times I'm like objectively looking and I'm like, not so much. Brandon and Julia are in the bathtub. They're mocking Jasmine and Gino about the toe sucking. He massages her feet and I don't know what happened to her feet because they looked kind of dirty. I don't know what was going on, but then I realized, oh, it could be tan lines because I get them during the summer because of my Crocs and my feet be looking real funky. Like they actually look so dirty because of the tan lines. And I wonder if that's what happened to her feet. But like, honestly, if I knew that I was going to be on TV, I would take care of that. I would be doing sunscreen, sunblock, wearing socks so that my feet don't look like that.
I'll bite him. Don't tempt me.
Stacy and Florian arrive at the bar and oh my God, I loved her dress. It was very pilgrim chic. She's worried that Florian's going to come off rude because that's how he always comes off. And he's like, no, I'm just blunt. Brandon and Julia join Stacy and Florian at the bar and she's like, I know you. Oh my God, Stacy.
I know it's her. Hi, guys.
Hello.
I wonder if she thought that was Darcy. Because, like, honestly, with all the plastic surgeries that Stacey and Darcy have had, it's hard to tell who's who, only because they've changed so much from their original faces. It's like every new season they had a different face. But like a lot of people, if they haven't watched Darcy and Stacey, they don't really know who Stacey is. They only know Darcy. So anyway, Julia was like screaming, "Oh my God, I'm so gonna see you!" And Florian is immediately annoyed. He's like, "Oh my God, she has such a very annoying voice."
It's her voice. It's like, you know, somebody talks, somebody annoying.
It's very spunky.
Very annoying.
He's such a dick. Ari arrives at the bar alone. Benny still not there. Darcy knew that they were going through trouble because she saw stuff on social media, pictures of Benny with another girl, kissing another girl. And I had no idea. When I saw those pictures, I was like, wait, he posted pictures like that while they were married? Did she just happen to see them, or were they already like separated? I need to know more details. I need specificities. Whoa. Then Natalie and Josh arrive at the bar. Julia and Natalie have beef because they got into it at a prior tell-all.
What can I say? If it looks like
You like two-faced.
Florian tries to start some shit by telling Natalie that Julia missed her so much. Julia pulls Natalie aside to hash things out, and as soon as they sit down, Natalie asks Julia if she's pregnant because she got bigger. What? What? First of all, no. Girl, nope. The way I would, The thing is, y'all know I'm a big potato, right? I'm a chunky monkey. I'm like a big fluffy potato. And like, that's a fact. So like, you can call me big because I am a big potato. I don't care. But if you use it in a way to bash me, that's when I'm gonna get mad. Okay? So that was really fucking bitchy of Natalie to do that. But Julia keeps it cool. She keeps it calm. She doesn't retaliate. She actually ends up apologizing for lashing out at her at the tell-all, and she extended an olive branch and they hug it out. A+ for Julia, F for Natalie. Then Jasmine and Gino join. Julia loves Jasmine. She's like, "Oh my God, she looks like a porn star, but in a good way, like the good kind." I mean, I don't think you should say all porn stars, there are bad porn stars. Like what? No, I didn't like that. But I did love how Julia looked at Brandon and she was like, "What do you think?" And he goes, she looks expensive.
What do you think of Jasmine's body?
Expensive.
I absolutely loved how Jasmine described Brandon and Julia. She was like, "Oh my God, Julia is like sunshine. She's bright and energetic. And Brandon is like a fart. Nobody wants to be around a fart." You know what my favorite part is? When all these different cast members from different seasons get together. I love watching them interact. I love watching them mingle. I want to know who likes who. I want to know how they act around them and who's talked before, who's hung out, who's friends with who. Like, I just love watching that. Did you guys catch how Natalie told Jasmine that she loved her ass and asked her if they were done by operation or if they were done by working out? And Jasmine was like, yeah. And Natalie was like, "Oh, you worked out?" And she goes, yeah. Natalie goes, "Oh, you have to teach me, Jasmine. Oh, Josh, I want a big booty for Josh."
Did you work it out yourself? Yeah. Can you give me some exercise?
Yeah, of course.
Then Rob and Sophie join, and Natalie describes Sophie as trying so hard to be sexy. I found that very interesting. Natalie is a mean girl. She's like, "I don't think Sophie is that sexy, but she tries to be sexy. Right, Josh, do you think she's sexy? You think Sophie's sexy?" And Josh is like, "I'm not answering. This is a trap. No comment."
I think Sophie wants to be sexy and she likes to draw attention. But is she sexy? I think you know better. Is she sexy or no?
That sounds like a trap.
I don't think I've ever seen Natalie this way. Maybe it's because we haven't seen Natalie around other women, but I'm getting super judgy, mean girl vibes from Natalie. I've never seen this side of her. Finally, Benny joins, and we learn that he lives in Las Vegas. He works as an MMA fighter and a stunt performer. I totally forgot that he was training to be an MMA fighter in his last season. He goes around and greets everybody with a warm hug until he gets to Ari, and it's so awkward. He's like, and then he puts out his hand and wants to give her a handshake. And oh my God, it was so awkward. She's like, oh, so you're just going to give me a handshake, the mother of your child? Woo.
What was that?
Shit, what the is that? Huh?
I'm your wife. I'm not your buddy.
Ari is super hurt that he greeted every single other person with a hug except for her. Sophie shares that Josh slid into her DMs right after she married him. And then he invited her out to Vegas. He said that he would fly her out and then he'd respond to her stories with like fire and heart eye emojis. And Rob knows all this. So he thinks Josh is a very shady player.
He was like inviting me to like Vegas.
I think Josh is a player who's just playing the field.
He's playing with fire.
Side note, this must be where Josh and Rob met for the first time, and then they became bros and friends, and then they started that boy band group 90 Day Bad Boys. Oh my God, this story is so whack. So Ari was managing Benny's social media while he was doing MMA fighting training and doing stunt work to help him get jobs and manage his social media. But then she found out that he was messaging other women. So she got mad and then changed all his passwords and locked him out of all his social media accounts, and he never got it back. So the first thing he says when he gets to the retreat, he's like, hey, so give me my social media passwords. And she's like, oh my God, all you care about is social media passwords.
Just give it to my social media, and then this I want to do. Like, it's my Instagram, give me my email, password, just in TikTok, everything. So you will do it.
About your social media.
I know.
I think it's very messed up that she's holding his social media passwords. Like, I get that she's angry. I absolutely do believe that he cheated, but I do think that she needs to give all his passwords back to him and just end things. Wipe the slate clean. Move on, girlfriend. When she was in the bed eating her lunch or salad or whatever, and she had like all that food over her mouth, it drove me crazy. Like, I wanted to take a napkin and just wipe her mouth. It drove me crazy. As soon as he asked her for his passwords, she walked away crying. She's like, he's trying to make me look like the bad person. He's trying to make me look crazy. Girl, give him his passwords. It's therapy time, finally! I can't wait to find out what everyone's problems are. One of the therapists is the same as last season, but the other two are new. But what's really funny is that the blonde lady I felt looked just like the blonde lady from last season who looked like Jenny. Did anyone else think so, or am I just blind? Everyone talks about why they're in therapy. So Brandon and Julia talk about how Brandon wants kids, and Julia initially wanted kids, but she doesn't want them anymore. And because of that, they fight a lot and don't have schmucks. Jasmine and Gino have been growing apart ever since they got married. And it's so crazy how that can happen. I mean, they were waiting and waiting just to get married so that they can spend the rest of their lives together. But once they got married, everything went to shit. Like, they fight every single day, every single minute of every single day. They haven't been intimate in 8 months. And I want to say even more than that, because before they got married, they were having intimacy issues, like for a while. So damn. Recently, when they got into a fight, she left the house and spent the night, or actually 3 nights in a row somewhere else, and she hasn't told him where she went. That's messed up. Rob and Sophie, they've been fighting before they got married, when they got married, and then after they got married, and they're still fighting. They have trust issues, they have communication issues, they have all kinds of issues. They have issues with everything pretty much, and this is their very last try to see if they can make it work. which we already know it ain't gonna work. Sophie doesn't know this yet, but Rob already decided that he's going to move back to LA. So by the end of the retreat, she's either going to have to go with him or stay back in Texas. He doesn't care. He's going to go. Natalie's been waiting around for Josh to commit for 3 years. And Josh is just having fun. He's playing the field. He has an excuse for everything. He's not ready, blah, blah, blah. He's hanging out with Natalie while she's thinking there's hope for something in the future because she's delusional. So apparently this is their last shot again. Stacy and Florian. Florian parties a lot. He'll also flirt with other women in front of her. One day, when he went out, he came home and he had makeup on his shirt. Now, the makeup seemed very, very, very faint. Also, it could have been from like an innocent hug, but I totally forgot Florian cheated before. It was one of the first seasons of Darcy and Stacy where she saw the pictures. He was in bed with another woman and she was in lingerie. So yeah, given his history, I can absolutely understand why Stacy is paranoid. Ari and Benny. According to Ari, she has concrete evidence that he cheated, but he keeps denying it. He's like, no, I never cheated. You're lying. You're crazy. Da, da, da. According to Benny, she keeps him in a very tight cage and tries to control him. And she's only here on the show to drag his name through the mud and that she's a liar. After everyone shares their problems with the group, Rob and Sophie realize that their marriage doesn't seem so bad after all, especially after everybody aired out their dirty laundry. They're like, oh my God, we thought we were bad. We have it pretty good.
I'm feeling honestly a bit more hopeful because our problems aren't as bad as everyone else's.
Gino and Jasmine get into a fight in their hotel room because he asked her where she was when she left the house for 3 nights. And Jasmine said, don't ask me questions you don't want the answers to. What is that supposed to mean? I mean, that can only mean one thing. And he's like, did you cheat on me, Jasmine? Oh my God, I forgot to do my Gino voice this whole time. And he's like, Jasmine, did you cheat on me, Jasmine? Because if you did, then we don't need to be here. We don't need to be here at all. We just need to be done. And she says, you're going to find out. Don't worry. Benny and Ari go back and forth about him wanting his social media passwords and Ari wanting him to admit that he cheated. They go back and forth, back and forth. She's mad that all he cares about is his social media, so she kicks him out of the bedroom.
I came here
if you're not willing to address the fact that you've been cheating, then you need to get your own room.
She control everything, my email, my social media. That is for me like disrespect and then over controlling, but it's not fair.
I love Benny. I don't know why. If anyone needs love, he's a person who needs love.
That was a great first episode. I know the first half was kind of slow in the sense that they were catching everyone up about the relationship history, and some people need it because they haven't watched some of these couple seasons. Like I know Boba Belly, she has no idea who Brandon and Julie are. She has no idea who Ari and Benny are. She doesn't know Stacy and and Georgie, not Georgie, Stacy and Florian. So she had a lot of catching up to do. Well, not really catching up because it's not like she watched prior seasons just for the show, but she had to like absorb a lot of information. So yeah, the first episode was like catch up heavy, TLDR heavy, but going forward, it should be problem after problem after drama, and I am here for it. I'm so excited. So yeah, that's it for The Last Resort Season 2, Episode 1. What did you guys think? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!
It's a recap. It's a recap.